Hey, how's it going? Let's talk about bathrooms. Some of the most common questions I get is about a shower system with tile and grout. Some of the most annoying areas in the home to deal with, right? Because if you have a little bit of growth or something that you're seeing on the grout, how bad is it, right? How do we determine how bad it is? So we're just going to talk briefly about the bathrooms overall. I know this is not everybody's layout, and I'm not maybe the best sketcher here, but this is just a start, okay? So hopefully the principles come through and make some sense to you guys. So if we had some visible growth in and on the grout, there's really three different issues here. So maybe it's some surface growth that could be cleaned, saved, and it's just about maintenance. Maybe we're inheriting an older shower from someone else, we're just moving in, and we don't know, really how bad is it? Are there little cracks or gaps in the seal here? And that's very important. I would definitely recommend with a flashlight really going through all the grout and all the different seals and seeing, are there gaps there? And that would be important to reseal. But if water has already had a big chance to get back there, it's really, really tough to say. So my most simple answer with tile showers is that it's kind of an all or nothing approach in my opinion. And it's frustrating to say that, but it's like, do you want to clean and save it and just see if it comes back, and if so, how quick? Or removing the entire shower system, because that's kind of how the tile works. But another way to investigate is we can pull the shower cap here back. We can put our nose up to it quite literally and smell, is it a very musty smell that's coming back from back here? I've literally detected and found mold doing that before in someone's house if there happened to have been a leak there. I put even an air sample into there as well, like a little tube, and it pulled that air out and got really high levels back there. That's one way. Well, how about down here with the shower pan? You can check the baseboards or the building material on either side and see, are those swollen? Maybe put a moisture reader to those as well. You can put a moisture reader on the tile, but if someone has just been taking a shower there, it's going to be reading high. There's a lot under the tile that we just can't know. Like again, the seal and the different grout lines, that's important, of course. How good is the drain working? Is the waterproofing and shower pan working okay? That's another thing to tell. And so these are different spots of investigation. If this is drywall and you can access this wall here, maybe it's up against a bedroom, that you can investigate back here, maybe you can do some sort of wall cavity air sample there, maybe doing it from this side as well if there's drywall. So I like to really say it's best to investigate the shower before any big decisions of gutting the whole thing, to investigate 360 best we can. I've found many shower issues and bathroom issues by going in the crawl space underneath, pulling the insulation back, and then checking the subfloor. And if there was a leak in the shower pan there, we found it. Now, not everyone has a crawl space. That's an upside of a crawl space or a basement, is you can just get directly underneath some of these bathrooms. Maybe this is a second floor bathroom and the lower level underneath, we'd have to do some sort of drywall cut to investigate further. So it's a little bit complex. I wish I could tell you, oh yeah, that little bit of grout that has a little bit of discoloration on it, we know it's a huge mold source underneath it, or no, it's really not a big deal, you're gonna be fine. And there's kind of a small, medium, and large approach. The small, like I said, is just to clean the grout best you can and watch it and see if it comes back, and try to maybe doing the squeegee and dehumidification, which we'll talk about in a minute as well. Maybe the medium size approach would be getting someone to re-grout it and kind of, after investigating, doing all these steps, maybe regrouting that entirely if that's not in your budget to go ahead and do a whole remediation. And then the large option would be to do a full containment of this bathroom, tear out the whole shower system, and then we can really see what's happening, clean all the wood back there, make sure it's dry, and then reinstall a new and better shower system. What I also wanted to mention here, it's a little different topic, but it has to do with bathrooms, right? So if we have an exhaust fan here, placed there, that's very effective because it's going to pull the humidity from the shower out entirely, and that is good and will be effective. And again, should be vented all the way out of the house. If we have only one fan in the bathroom and it's over here by the toilet, for instance, unfortunately, in order to grab this humidity and moisture from all the way over here and pull it all the way there with this small little exhaust fan, it's very unlikely. So that was a building error in my opinion when it comes to circulation, ventilation, and dehumidification. So if the exhaust fan is over here, we might need to add a small dehumidifier. We might need to do some air movement in the bathroom to kind of recycle. I mean, in my own condo that I'm living in, they've got bad placements of exhaust fans. So it's very important to be aware of that. And I mean, it's best if you're building a house or are looking for one to have exhaust fans closer to where that shower is so the moisture is actually being drawn out. But we might have to manually, shift the air a bit to get that humidity out as well. And then if we're doing some sort of, back to the mold investigation, we're doing some sort of sampling or investigation in the bathroom. I like to tell people that where the toilet connects to the back wall, there's another one of those caps I mentioned here. You can pull that back and do the same thing to see, are there marks back there, maybe putting a little tube back there for air sample collection. Underneath the sink is a very effective place to put an air sample as well. Obviously, if you find anything visually that looks off, then you put a swab sample directly on it. And these are just a few other things to help in the investigation of a bathroom. Many times, bathrooms really can hold a lot of moisture and history there. So if you're inheriting, like I said, a 20, 30-year-old house with a bathroom you're already in question, it might be smart to just assume that there's probably some water issue or has been in the past if you're finding signs or having smells of that, because there's 1, 2, 3 different ways that moisture could have intruded, and actually 4 if you add humidity just to the air, right, through all of that. Some say to check the back of the toilet as a kind of petri dish, check for mold as well. That can work. And so these are just different ways of investigating bathrooms, and they can be frustrating. I get it. There's a lot of unknowns behind all these spots. So we got to do the best we can to investigate with moisture readers, possibly thermal imaging, a bright flashlight, and someone who really knows what they're doing there, and doing the best we can to do kind of a 360 analysis of the bathroom. So hope this helps a bit. I know it maybe even causes you to ask more questions, but hopefully it's a start, and see you next time.